1 in 5 adults over 50 have no retirement savings, and that doesn't have to be your story. If you are a high-achieving, ambitious woman in STEM who's recently been promoted or earning more, but secretly you're feeling unprepared or afraid you'll mismanage this new opportunity, then this video is for you. I'm Shehara Wooten. I'm a certified financial planner professional, and I'm the developer of the Wealth Gap Closers Method. It's an invite-only program created specifically for Black women in STEM. I help ambitious mid-career women, Black women in STEM especially, gain the clarity and control they need to avoid lifestyle creep, confidently manage their money, and build real lasting wealth. So if that sounds like you, then I ask you to go ahead and hit subscribe and that notification bell. Let's talk about why the 1 in 5 stat is so serious. See, this isn't just about retirement. It's about missed opportunity, lack of access, and frankly, outdated advice. And many of us weren't taught how to grow wealth. We were taught, if you remember, like how to earn it, get that degree, get that good job. So when you finally start earning more, you're hit with fear, guilt, or anxiety about making the wrong moves because you just don't know. And so that's where clarity is going to come in. That's where a plan changes everything. So let me introduce you to Natalie. We'll just use this fictitious name. She's an engineer, mid to late 40s and brilliant at what she does. Very good at what she does, right? And so when she left her last employer, she didn't know what to do with her 401k. No one told her she had options. So she cashed it out. She paid the taxes. She paid the 10% penalty, and she may not have even have known that there was a penalty. And over time, that money just disappeared. And so it was not because she was irresponsible, but because she didn't know what she didn't know, frankly. So when she reached out to me, she was frustrated and ashamed, right? I don't even think she really fully understood the impact. But I reminded her, you don't need to have all the answers. You just need to have the right framework. So if any part thus far of Natalie's story sounds like yours, I would say it's time to go ahead, and get ahead of it, right? And schedule a strategy session with me. Let's see if we're a good fit. My thoughts are that you've come too far to be unsure about your financial future. So what you'll do is I'm going to make sure I put a link to schedule a strategy session with me in the description, and then I'll even put it in the comments too. So Natalie and I started working together. We use the 3 money buckets framework. And so one of the first videos I did when I started this channel was the 3 money buckets framework. So be sure to catch that video. And so this is the structure that I use inside the Wealth Gap Closers Method. You have your short-term bucket, and that's great for immediate needs like your bills, essentials, day-to-day living expenses, emergency fund. And it's usually under 5 years or less. And then you have your midterm bucket. So I want you to think of that in terms of 5 to 15 years, like more around that sweet spot of like the 10-year mark. And that is great for things such as goals that you have that deal with a down payment for a home coming in the future, paying for a car. I call it the dream bucket because it could even be that bucket where you're just like, you know what, I'm going to take my dream vacation and I'm going to be intentional about saving for that. And then the last bucket is the long-term bucket. And so that is going to be your bucket where you're going to have your retirement. It includes your legacy, your financial freedom. And so once Natalie could see her money in those buckets kind of compartmentalized, she started to breathe again. She knew exactly where her money was going, how it supported the life she wanted, the life she really imagined both now and in the future. So her confidence increased. She started to make better decisions about money, and her anxiety decreased, and her wealth started growing again. So she was able to catch up. What we are doing, and even if it's a mistake, it is not in vain. Again, even though you might be catching up, maybe you started late, that doesn't mean that it's lost time, or that it was a waste of time. Let's put it that way, that it was a waste of time. You can use that to build and to grow your story. So which of those or these buckets, short-term, mid-term, long-term, feels the most neglected in your financial life right now? I would love for you to drop that answer in the comments. And don't be shy, because if you're dealing with it, I can guarantee you others are dealing with it as well. So I can't emphasize this enough, but you don't need to figure this out alone. And if you are earning more but still feeling unsure, this is your moment. Go ahead, schedule a strategy session. Let's explore how we can create clarity, confidence, that peace of mind and control over your finances. Again, I will put the link in the description as well as in the first comment. I'll pin that comment so that you can easily access that link. Here's something else. A lot of the women I work with will ask, what if I've already made mistakes? Or is it too late to fix this? Or do I have to stop enjoying my life just to plan for the future? And so the honest answer is no, it's not too late. No, you don't need to sacrifice joy, but what you do need is a system. And that's one that works with your current income, your goals, and your values. Now, the Wealth Gap Closers method, again, is specifically designed for Black women in STEM, for those who are ambitious. They've been promoted and they're earning more, but they're quietly dealing with this pressure, that pressure that comes with that success and not quite knowing what to do next. So if you're done with second guessing every financial decision and you're ready to build wealth on your terms, then let's talk. Because just like Natalie, you don't need to have all the answers, but you do need a plan. You do need a strategy, right? And so that's why I'm saying take a moment, invest in yourself, invest in time in yourself, to schedule that strategy session today. And let's see if we're a good fit, if you're a good fit for this. Again, I'm here to help, and this is why I do this. And if this video helped shift your thinking, I would love for you to hit that like button, subscribe, and share it with another sister in STEM, someone who needs this kind of clarity. And go ahead and check out this next video, again, where I break down that money buckets framework in a deeper way. Because if anything, I want you to remember as we close out this particular video is that your success deserves peace and not pressure. Thank you. See you later.